Here we are. Welcome to the Shamans Tea. I'm Star Shantir, and it's so great. I mean, really great. I have missed being here. Yeah, I've missed our time, right? We've missed a couple weeks. So it's so good to be here and sharing sacred space with you and with all of you guys. It's really awesome. We've got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to catch up. How you doing, Mia? What's on your heart?
So much joy, so much love. Woo, just good stuff.
I hear you. It's magic, right? It's quite magic what is happening. Are you guys feeling the magic? I feel like wow. Yeah, everything is like the realization of how miraculous life is, right? And it's really a mindset, isn't it? It's a choice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it really is something truth to be said for when we are in alignment, when we are awake in our life, how we can see all of the magic and the golden nuggets and the synchronicities and just ooh, yeah. And it doesn't take much for me, I get like it's raining out today, right? And so I'm in celebration, right? Because it's rain. I mean, I'm in San Diego. Doesn't
Okay.
rain here.
Okay. Well, so we have the extreme opposite. We are now at the point where when the sun comes out, I run outside. And by the time I get to the back door, I don't have much clothes on.
Nice. Get that vitamin D. Yeah, got to get that vitamin D in. Hey, so Mia and I have opened up sacred space, and I just want you guys to know that we are here to open up. We have opened up channel. We're here to bring in some messages, talk some what, some magic, some love, some uh, some high vibrational juju. So um, yeah, we just know that we're here for the highest good of humanity for you and the highest good for the Pachamama. And take a minute and drop into your heart space and be here with us. Be in this sacred space with us. So, ah, ah, better, right? Just dropping into
Mm-mm.
that heart space, dropping into the sacred space with us. Um, and we really appreciate you guys tuning in and turning on. Pretty cool. I
So
feel
did
like
you get any
I've
questions?
gotta lean back and grab a card because they're just like, ah! Yeah. Wisdom of Babylon. And let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And a heart deck. So Wisdom of Babylon was like screaming. So what's up with everybody? What's on your heart besides joy and love? Is everybody feeling that? I mean, like, is it just me and I just totally in our
Although
life?
I have to say though that if people feel like, oh, wait a minute, these people are just too high for me, and they don't know what I'm feeling, I would say that we've all been there, and that it's I think I spend Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in bed with no energy,
Oh,
and then suddenly yesterday things started looking up. And today things are really up. So, I mean, allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel so
oh,
that you
that
can.
calls for celebration right there, right? I mean, that's part of one of the things that the Dalai Lama actually says is like, when he speaks about being in your happiness and being in that joy. And, some of I mean, like I have worked my booty off to embody joy, right? So I went to the jungle and I was dieting with a master teacher, Bobin Sana. Mm, love her, love Boban Sana. Anyway, my intention was to embody joy. And so the Dalai Lama says that, just the idea that you are willing to be with whatever the feeling is, sadness, oh, that's sadness, let me just be in that is cause for celebration, that just even of itself is joyful because you've acknowledged what it is that you're feeling. And so,
Uh-huh.
by all means, when I'm saying the magic, and how things have been so beautifully unfolding, there, I too, I had just come back from big medicine trip. Whew, man, I was exhausted when I came home and I hit the ground running. And, like it was just, yeah, you have to really honor your body. You have to honor, take those long hot baths. Um, yeah, feel what's going on. So these cards here that I've been shuffling, they popped out of the bigger deck. And so I'm going to say, Mia, I'm going to pull, let me do it this way. And I want you to just pick and see which one you feel. Bum, bum. Tell me when.
Here.
Here?
Yep. Yep, that one.
This one. Bum, bum, bum.
Wow.
Look
Well,
at this beautiful tree.
mm,
I love that the wealth is also, like in nature. And, it's like, yeah, we think wealth, ooh, financial win, but also how, we can really get ourselves grounded to be in that alignment so that the wealth can come in and you can be in that prosperity. And I think this card is reminding us how important it is to go into nature, right?
I absolutely. Yes. Yes.
There's so much that is wanting to come up about this, and it is this okay, it's a little heavy, but it's always on my heart. And so I see wealth and I see a rainforest, and I think about the rainforest that's being cut down and burned down. And, in Brazil specifically. And we need to bring that awareness. I happen to think it's an international crime that
Mhm,
the Brazilian government, the president, is allowed to do that.
mhm,
I
mhm.
happen to think that the United Nations needs to be in on this, and we need to stop cashing in and taking down the rainforest for wealth, for prosperity. And so I think that this card really also lends a thing of, are we being sustainable
Yeah.
in this picture, in this wealth? And a lot of things are changing in that way.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm. The lungs of the planet. So being able to
Exactly. Heart
breathe.
chakra,
Heart chakra. Oh,
heart chakra of the planet,
yeah. Absolutely.
for cattle ranching,
Yeah.
weaving in a new paradigm, weaving in a new paradigm where we honor nature, where we honor the Pachamama, we honor all that she offers us, the wealth that she gives us.
Oh, yes.
And so it is, and so it is. Oh, woo! All
I
right.
have to
Well,
say
shoot,
though,
you got that done.
I went to buy my favorite oat milk today at the store and it was sold out. And I said, what's going on here? And they said, oh, too high a demand right now. And I thought, oh, yes.
Yeah, and oat milk is so easy to make, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So, do you have a quick recipe we can share? Oat milk.
Well, I would use steel cut oats and blend it with water until very fine and strain it and drink it.
Strain it and drink it. So there's another card and it's called Truth.
Hmm.
The truth.
So we've got the heart chakra and now we've got the throat chakra.
Truth. Mhm. So as we're talking about oat milk and non-dairy products, because the whole
Yep.
cattle thing, see card before. So yeah, what is the truth? So my daughter and I, Sarah Rose and I, had a conversation this morning, and it was one of these conversations where I break out into song and I start singing, um, you know, everybody got an opinion and everybody's right. Everybody got their opinion and everybody is right. She says, no, they're not. Because when they're wrong, they're wrong. But right, so truth is subjective. It's ever changing. And what we really want to know is, what's the truth and the truth and the truth? What's the real capital T truth?
Well, what do we say about the truth of the prime minister of Argentina, these places where the rainforest is being cut down,
Right. And Brazil.
and Brazil? Sorry, Brazil, really.
Yeah. So, how do we say that? So truth. Um, I think that it comes down to, again, everybody's got an opinion. How does the truth get skewed in order to absolve you from your own responsibility? Your own responsibility to yourself, to humanity, to the Pachamama, and how quickly the truth can be skewed and swayed, and you know and we can choose to do that because it's easier. So I think that it's truth really feels like it's going back to the heart chakra. What's true, and what's true, not just what you want it to be true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's some big stuff today, y'all.
Noticed.
Yeah. Okay, we got one more coming from this one. Let's see. I'm gonna shuffle them up again. And
I'm going to go for the third one. No, that one. Yes.
oh, because it's upside down, sleeve. All you need is love. Love,
Love.
love
All
is
you ever need.
all you need. Well, fuckalonies, y'all. This little card stretch is really cool. Oh, sorry. I mean, really, when you think about it on the surface, it's not so bad. Wealth, truth, and love.
And I love that Vesica Piscis on the love card. That's a very feminine sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Truth, love, and wealth. I mean, a girl couldn't ask for much more than that.
No. Well, maybe some chocolate.
Chocolate, yes, madame. Okay, there's one more. There's one more coming. Shabam.
Ooh, the eagle. All right. So that big.
Okay. We are going places now, y'all.
What?
We are going places. Gotta rise up, rise up. You gotta rise up, meet your higher self. Yeah. Rise up, rise up. Easy peasy.
Sorry. I'm just loving it.
Oh my goodness, right? I mean, come on, throw some cards. Give us see what you got, girl, after that. Oh my goodness.
Whew. All right.
Serious. We are on the Shamans Tea. By the way, cheers. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you, Mia. Cheers to it all, to the love, to the eagle, to the wealth, to the true.
Shamama. Mm-mm-mm. All right, first one. So this one is interesting. This popped out twice now.
Popped up twice. Okay, so it really wants to be seen.
And it's
What
that
does
number
it
8.
say?
Emotional withdrawal. And look at the colors here. That's like this beautiful aquamarine and cobalt blue shadow.
Like his shadow is banging, right?
Oh man, I want that shadow.
If only our shadow could be so gorgeous.
So that's interesting.
My shadow side is cobalt blue. Okay, I'm good.
All right.
What'd you just spray? Some of your elixir?
I just sprayed my butterfly pea, moldavite, petersite, and angel quartz elixir that I was like sort of for higher.
Okay, you got to give us a spritz. Okay, so
All
you
right,
did this to me before, and I could actually feel it. So you guys breathe this in. Woo! Oh my goodness. That is so high vibe. It is so yummy. Isn't that cool? You
I
guys
love
feel
playing
that?
with. Just love playing with crystals. I mean, there's so much. There's so much juiciness in crystals. All right. Oh my goodness! Look at this. There's the heart chakra card, that green.
Yep, there we go.
It feels a bit like we have a theme here. The colors are so much better for real than this.
Darling, what does the first card say again?
It says emotional withdrawal.
So like you're going to go to the bank and take a withdrawal, or you're going to withdraw into your emotions? Like, I mean, like what
To
do you
me,
this is
to me, this is the gift from the pandemic.
Go inside, do your damn thing, do your work.
Look at him holding his hands together in prayer. He's at this edge of the water. Their water is all emotion, and it's like allowing himself to feel it all.
So it goes back to feel your feels.
Feel your feels. All right.
Feel your feels. Feel the feels. Feel the feels.
And then when all that emotions have, all those emotions have been washed out and cleared out, look at how shiny that heart chakra is now, and clean.
That's incredible.
Ready to.
You know, Mia, in the gatherings that I just did in Arizona, in the very get-go, from the very get-go, one of the things that we do, we have to go to the place in the back of the heart and pull out the trauma. Because the way that I see this right now, we don't have time for you guys to be wallowing in the trauma anymore. The way that I see it, you got to deal with that heart chakra stuff. Really love up on your inner child so that you can be activated, so that you can raise up, so that you can be in these higher frequencies and bringing it, anchoring it right here on earth. And I feel like that's the heart chakra card, is really like, deal with those heartaches, love yourself up. You know, you're worth it. You are.
So with my 4 o'clock in the morning getting up.
Yeah. Thanks for waking me up, by the way.
Well, you woke me up during your ceremony the other night. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Go, what? 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, Mia, I'm singing to you.
So what's very interesting is as I'm sitting there meditating and my focus is on my heart and I'm just meditating, and then suddenly I become aware my cheeks are wet and it's running down on my shirt. I'm like, what's this all about?
I'm leaking. My eyes are leaking. Is running. Crying? Am I I really crying? I have had that.
And I
Totally.
just, it's like this is part of that cleansing, I think, that's going on. That stuff it's like a oh gosh, I don't even know quite how to, it's a cleansing of the heart chakra as you sit there, and you focus on your heart, and it's like whatever needs to be coming up needs to come up, and it's like I don't even have stories or emotion attached to it. It's just coming. um
Isn't that such a beautiful thing? And I love what I'm hearing too is the non-attachment. It's just a purge that has to happen. And there's
exactly.
no attachment to it. And that is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, third card. Look at this baby.
Bing. Whoa. Bing bing. It looks like he's aligning his crown with that soul star and the stellar, right? The Withdrawal, like we call the Withdrawal in the Quechuan, right? Or in the 5D activation, it's that stellar chakra.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so wow, bringing those upper three in into the third eye.
Yeah. So the path here, when we start doing the work, the first step is that emotional withdrawal. That's a very important stuff, a step where you set time aside to work with your emotions, to feel your emotions, to be with spirit, to do a spiritual practice, to do that cleansing and the clearing that help this heart become light. And then look what happens.
And then
it,
bing
it that
bing, you're in. The alignment starts to take shape and the magic begins to unfold.
Mm, mm,
And
mm.
you begin to see the synchronicities and the beauty of this life. And you get a little booked.
Positive movement forward.
Keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Hey, in the medicine space, they would say, um, and medicine space, I mean, in like when I'm in the jungle and we're doing ceremony, and they will say, if you have done a really great job on your dieta, you'll get these little rewards. And sometimes that could be a boat. So a boat would just come swimming by, your mat while you're there, in your experience and, having a beautiful journey, and you get in your boat and just, that's what that reminded me of. I was in a boat like that, flying around the Maloka, giving love bombs to everybody. Imagine that.
Oh, that okay. So this is all right. So that's it. And look at that sun shining behind it. It's so bright. But now look at it. It's still that water is back in the picture. Like we're not drowning in it anymore. We're not drowning in the emotion anymore.
Yeah, no,
We're
we've moved out of that whole space of, doing the work. You're in your heart chakra, you're aligned, you are moving into your alignment. You are going. And you're supported by those emotions. You're supported by the feels that you feel.
exactly. Yeah.
And, water is also not only emotions, but the intuition, the previous card.
Yeah. All right. Intuition.
Into it. So um, the heart box wants to play. So I'm going to do a little shuffly do. Um, so let's see. You've been getting up at 4 o'clock and doing your meditation. And I will tell you, I mean, in all seriousness, I have been feeling you. So sometimes you guys, what me and I do is we try to connect in the dream time. And, because we don't, this is it. This is our connection. We want to give you. So with her, I can't tell you, like, while I was in the Sedona area in ceremony, and this is really, my sleep schedule gets all twisty shifty in that because I really don't sleep much. But we're in ceremony sometimes until, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I always say, if I get to bed before 2, I'm doing good. And it, I don't think it's happened. But anyway, after ceremony, in between the two, I kept waking up at 3 o'clock, and I'm like, what is happening? It's like a few minutes after 3, a little bit before 3, but always right around that 3 o'clock. And I'm tuning in, and I'm like, every single time, it's Mia. I can hear you. I'm like, this is so good. I'm gonna meditate with Mia.
Oh, love it.
Oh my goodness. All right. So here's something that we need to address. First card right off the bat, and I want to just talk about how some of you guys are feeling this loneliness. And I feel like this is a topic um, that that really needs to be addressed, because the pandemic has really created such boundaries,
Mm.
where I was hanging out with a friend the other day, and she has not been able to go and see her mom, for instance, you know? So I know that this is really prevalent out there. And what I want to say from the deepest place of my heart is to know that you're not alone.
Mm.
And I remember hearing, and I think it was from my trance dance teacher, Wilbert Alex, and he may have been the one that shared this. But he was saying that there's a Hopi saying that loneliness is those who don't know themselves, is how that's translated. One who doesn't know themselves. And so you can feel alone and be alone and not feel lonely. Like,
Mhm.
I really adore my alone time. I never really feel lonely. I
Mhm.
adore my alone time. So different, feeling alone and lonely can be a little different in that you can again turn your perspective around, and as Mia was saying earlier, the perspective of like the blessing of being alone.
I
Don't
was
be afraid to be alone.
yeah.
Don't, go inside. The blessing of the pandemic is that we've had this opportunity to really go inward. And
Mhm.
so I want you to know you really aren't alone. There's a lot of people rooting for you and loving you, even if it is from afar. But also, is that take the challenge. Take the challenge to get to know yourself intimately, deeply. Go in and find out what you are really longing for, and work your magic in that way. You don't have to feel lonely just because you're alone.
Oh. Yeah, and it's also I feel like what comes to mind here is also connecting with our spirit guides because they're always around us, and with this time of introspection comes the opportunity to sit in silence and ask a question and to start listening for what comes back.
Right, right. And the nice thing about asking a question and then seeing what comes back is that that starts attuning you.
My spirit guide says, "Yes, yes, that's the right thing to say. My nose itches."
That's funny. I'll get tingly lips when spirit is like, you gotta say this. But yeah, I think that that is a really, to know that we are not alone, to know that you can start, communicating with your spirit guides, and then to actually ask for signs and um, like what, it starts attuning you to be awake in your life and look around, what's happening, like where's the magic, where's the signs, how are they answering? And that's exciting.
Mm.
That's fun to
Oh
know that,
yeah.
we have a whole team of seen and unseen little fairies, So we've got two cards that stuck together. I'm just all about the love today. Love abounds. I love this. It's kind of like the third eye heart, right?
Yeah. But to me, it looks like a tree. It's so funny when you brought it up. I just saw a tree.
So
Isn't
it's
it
definitely
beautiful?
that whole, beam of light and connecting to the up, you know, at the top of the tree, right?
Oh, I love that.
So,
Ikaro.
yeah, it's a fun one.
It's one of my favorites. And just breathe. Ah,
Look,
yeah.
another one with a cool shadow.
Mm. Even our shadows are lighting up.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the beauty of doing shadow work in ceremony and doing shadow work in a way that is in sacred space and when you're held, is that it doesn't have to be so dang scary and so hard. It can look like this. Oh, let me see what you look like. What do you really need? How can I really make this shadow come to the light?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, just breathe. And I love this love abounds. I mean, like, it does feel like this. It feels like, spring is coming. La di da da. Yep. And I feel like this card also is going to the lovers, to those of you who are wondering about your divine match, your twin flame, your person. Love
Mm.
abounds. It is coming. So let's get another clarity on that. Let me pull another one. Love is abounding when, right? When, for you guys, you want to know when, what, what is it all about? What is it all about? Oh, you got to do a little bit of healing of your sacral. This is your sacral chakra is all about that love and connection, and it stores a lot of shame. So
Oh.
that stuff that you are feeling shameful about from all the way back, back in the day and stuff, we were talking a lot about poop shame and body shame and all the silliness that for some reason has been placed on children, right?
Mhm, mhm.
At a young age that now, you're an adult and you're like got a storehouse of bullshit shame that's, really nothing, clear it out, clear it out, clear it out, because what's going to happen is,
Nice. Yeah. Strengthening bonds. Yeah.
and I
Mm.
love this, I'm trying to get a good angle of that. To me, what I saw immediately was springtime.
Mm.
Like the trees are just got these little blooms on them.
Yeah. I just once again that light, that sun that she's walking into, that light, very much like that card with a sailboat.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's just for me like the sign of awakening, of enlightenment, that growing, that but that's also what comes to mind when I was driving today. Was just thinking how much I would love a group of women that I can have those bonds with, where we come together and we support each other, maybe weekly, maybe twice every 2 weeks, maybe a monthly, and we can support each other and we can build each other up and we can spread this light and this like it's like branching out, and people create more of these networks. People get that light, fill up with that light, and then create more circles of and the number that comes to mind is that eternity number. the
Yeah.
number 8,
Mhm.
and working with each other and creating this incredible sisterhood. And what you were talking to me yesterday, you started this thing for me. It was like, oh my goodness, there's people I need to honor, all my old friends. And I'm not saying you don't, it's not about male friends too, because this part of me was saying, you've got to honor your male friends too. But that
Yeah.
sisterhood,
Yeah,
having
but
that
this is about
sister,
the sisterhood, right?
yeah, and honoring them and grabbing each other and holding each other in support, and um yeah, just like really setting very solid intentions to um to grow in this light, to grow in this healing, to grow in spreading this light, and just becoming light workers and growing as light workers. And I'm babbling, but the other thing.
Loving the idea of this, and what I'm hearing too is um, support, supporting one another.
Yeah,
That as we are evolving and growing, and I don't care how zen you are or guru you think you are, you're still growing and evolving. All of us are.
yeah,
And it's nice to have that support.
yeah, absolutely. Mm-mm-mm.
I look
Yeah, and we're
forward to that. I really look forward to that. And I would be honored to be part of the 8. If you would have me.
me, first dibs.
Pick me, pick me. Okay, got one more card here. Wow, look at this one.
Okay, there's a theme here. Blossom. Oh, but now the previous card, you saw the
Strength
tiny little,
bonds. Yep, look at
yeah.
there's the
And look at
what's
how
it-
that
and now
light is
she's
now.
harnessed it, right? Now she's harnessing it, now she's moving it, and now it's like, okay, now you had to strengthen the bonds. Now you got to go in and make it happen, blossom. It is a time of blossoming. And I do feel like this for many of us. I have seen it in my own world. I've seen it in many of the people that I work with, their world, how things are just blossoming and coming into that, yeah, coming to fruition. All of the work that we have done and we put in, there's still some moving parts to get it going, but it feels like, whoa, here we go,
Oh.
a blossom. So
Mm-mm.
again, if you haven't done this work, and we were asking a little bit for the lovers who are questioning when their love is coming in, gotta you got to do this work. And I feel like what we're seeing is springtime. I'm seeing for you guys that springtime. Love
Oh,
is
I
in
love that.
the air. Love is in the air for you.
For now,
For now,
for now, I have homework.
what is it?
The
Okay.
homework is that before that special person comes into your life that you're waiting for, treat yourself with that kind of love and respect that you want that person to treat you. And so I got myself flowers. In fact, I loved it so much that I had to, get more flowers.
It's so true. And you have to not only treat yourself the way that you want that person to treat you, but become become that person that you wish to, you know, have in your life. If you want the perfect, whatever the perfect partner is for you, make that little list. You have to become that list.
Mm.
You
Mm-hmm,
have to
mm-hmm.
become that list. Because what's going to happen if you do not clear this mess out, then you're going to attract yet another funky funk, because this needs to be taken care of, because you're vibrating at a certain level that what you're going to attract is not so great, right? you
Mm-hmm.
we vibrate at a certain level. So I always say to people when they're leaving ceremony, your frequency or higher,
Mhm.
This is who we're involved with. This is who we share our beautiful body temple with. This is who we share our intimate stories with. This is your frequency or higher. And if we've got junk in the trunk, old, oh, oh, you know what I'm saying?
So
You got your old stuff that sacral chakra is all about intimacy, love and connection. So, if you've got a bunch of shame and guilt and things like that, that you have not cleared out and made peace in your heart with, then that's what you're going to end up attracting. So do that, get that done, because spring is coming and so is your person. Ta-da! Okay.
oh, I love it.
My goodness. What a beautiful, beautiful shaman's tea this is. I think we've traversed, you know, some beautiful, beautiful
Can I
stuff.
tell my story about my errands this morning?
Oh yeah.
I got into the car.
Sophia in her errand running today.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got into the car and I turned on my favorite chants and I was chanting along and I thought to myself, oh, wait. I want to have set the intention because I had quite a few things to do and I had kind of a tight deadline and I've got things to pick up and I did it anyway. Lots of things that had to happen in a very short period of time. And I know that the post office has one person working and usually it's a line out the door and I've got to do that and I've got to go pick stuff up at Lowe's and and I just said I want everything to go smooth today and with ease. I want things to go really just easy for me. And I thought, yeah, what the heck, why not? What's wrong with that?
That's a great intention. Grace and ease, baby.
So I went to the post office where there were not one person working behind the counter, not two people working behind the counter, but three people, which is like
And you didn't have to wait, huh?
unheard of. With a friendly lady who's joking with me, and we're having a wonderful time.
Aw.
And and when I went to Lowe's, I have no idea where to pick up. There's a person walking outside that I can ask. And he says, oh, just go over there. And then I park and I get in, the lady goes, hi, darling, how can I help you? And I thought, you're using my language. Says, I spoke to your husband. What a darling he is. Oh my goodness.
Aw.
I
See,
mean,
this
just
is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the frequency of like what we put out there. She does all jammed up and high on her on her chants, and her vibration is like right, and
we'll
everything
go into the
comes in alignment.
supermarket. And I said, oh, are you okay, Vita, on sale? And they go, the guy goes, let me check for you. He goes to the front and I'm thinking, that's interesting. I could have checked that probably. He comes back. He says, here is a coupon brochure for you. And which ones do you want? Take those two. And he takes it all the way up to the counter and scans it for me and comes back and he says, yes, they're on sale for you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of thing. And absolutely everything just works. And I'm back in time and I just feel so good.
Mm-hmm. It's all in alignment. So, what are some of the chants that you were doing today? Can you share one?
Gosh, I take them all across the board. Some of them are Wiccan, other are Hindu. I even had some Sikh chants. The what is her name? You know, this is hard for me. That's like it's in my head, but I don't have the words. By the grace. Oh my gosh. No, I'm gonna have to put a list under this on all. I just it's Oh, Zoe Chloe Goodchild is one of my absolute favorite ones. I cannot. It's words. Words is on this level, and it's for me vibration. I
Yes,
can't.
I understand. Yeah, just having this conversation. um yeah, frequency, it's all about energy and frequency. And sometimes when I'm doing one-on-one sessions and I'm singing the Shipibo Ikoros, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter that you don't know what I'm saying. It's the frequency.
Yeah.
Tune into the frequency you
Yeah.
know
But I have to say, though, that if I was to take any substance, I could not be higher than singing those chants.
Wow, beautiful. Add the two together, see what you get. It's pretty dynamic, right? When you start adding and toning, like our last ceremony, I had all my crystal singing bowls out and was singing the Icaros and my flute. I mean, like, yeah, it gets, so all the vibrations, all the frequencies just,
Yeah. Yeah.
lifting off, breaking through, being able to clear out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Well,
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
grateful for our time today.
Likewise.
Thank you so much. What a
Yeah.
blast. Boy, we got to a lot. So here we are. I've got these first ones up. Wealth, truth, love, and eagle.
Mm-mm-mm.
Those are really beautiful cards. It's time
Yeah.
to rise up for sure. Rise up, move out of that funk.
Mm. Yeah.
Right? Because you've got some, yummy stuff. And both of the sides on this over here was had love in it. And we understand that love is who we are.
But in these cards, what I'm also seeing is community, and I also see nature.
Nature for sure. I'm seeing like almost the lack of community. Let's see if I can. Where is that? That one's this one. Alone.
Mm-hmm. But she's holding that light. She's
Hmm.
holding that light for somebody else out there, maybe across the lake, who feels alone and is sitting in that little house and feeling, oh, I'm so alone. And I'm like saying, oh, look at that light out there.
Oh, that's
So
fun. That
we put out our light and somebody sees it and they go, oh,
red light on. Yeah. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. It's beautiful. I hope you guys have a beautiful week and a beautiful weekend. Moving into
oh.
this March energy. It's
Mm,
kind of fun, huh? March is
mhm.
here already. I mean,
Yeah, I think
February. I just want to say, I personally feel like February was fabulous. It was a fabulous February.
yeah. We
On
got
all
our
levels.
birthday months out of the way. Things can now only get
Yeah, and you had a birthday. Happy birthday, my love.
darling. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So she was celebrating last Wednesday, so we didn't do the shaman's tea. And actually, I was just home and just like laying grounded on the grass and couldn't move. I was like, I think I'm just gonna hang out with the heron today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of beauty to anchor in and recapitulate and all of that. So,
Mm,
mhm.
awesome. Well, it's maybe next week we'll hang again.
All right. We'll see you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to make a list, Mia, of some of the questions and comments that have come in
Mhm.
over the last few weeks. And maybe we can address those in our next one, you know. So I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just been a busy couple weeks. Um, so yeah, and if you have anything specific that you'd like to think about, and like what maybe is happening in specifically your life, then we can certainly go into that. But we'll address some of your questions and comments next week. And so, yeah, until then,
Are you scheduling people for healing sessions? Do you have openings? What are you doing?
so right now I am booked out until the end of March. I have some openings, I think as of maybe like mid-March.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, and so also, ooh, I'm so glad you brought this up. You guys, I'm making up the tinctures on the new moon. And so I am like making them now to order. And so if you want to get in on, so here are the ones that are going to be available that I'm going to make. Um, I got my beautiful little hands on a big jar Osho root. So I'm going to make a lung support tincture. And I'm also going to do the super adaptogen again, which is that Rishi Chaga ashwagandha. And I'm going to make the bobansana. And then I have been making and will make again Banisteriopsis caapi, so B caapi, which is the ayahuasca vine, just the vine itself, and that does have some contraindications. So, and each time with those tinctures, we would have a little consultation to make sure that it's all good, whatever, that you're taking the right things and no contraindications and things like that. So yeah, your tinctures come with that. So anyway, long story short is those are the tinctures and I'll be making them new moon. So if you want to get your order in ASAP.
Do you have to be on dieta to take the Bomansana or the B-Cappy?
B-Cappy, yes. Bobansana, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
B-Cappy is an MAOI inhibitor. So which means that anybody on any kind of mood boosting, you won't need it. You can't double up because you may have a serotonin overload. And so there are certain harmalines and things like that that you don't take with this. So yes, you kind of go on a dieta with this, and it helps to keep the connection. It's for those of you that really want to keep this plant teacher as a connection. It's not that you're going to have any hallucinations or anything like that. If anything, it is a mood elevator, but it's mostly for you to stay connected to the wisdom of this plant.
Awesome.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right then.
Beautiful. All right, peace and love. You guys, you are wonderful and you are loved and you are worthy and you are valuable and you make a difference. And I love you and mwah.
What she said.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.